Hey friends, my name's Sophie, and today we have a strong, full-length or almost full-length class. We are going to be focusing on twisting and upper body a little bit more today, but as always, it's a full body class, so you'll get a lot out of it, regardless of where you need attention on your body. We're going to get started on our backs today. So come on and lay down and bring your feet wide and your knees together for what we'll call broken bridge. And take your arms out into cactus shape. And just take a couple breaths to let your body settle down to the earth. And begin to notice where you are today, mentally, physically, emotionally. Take this moment of relief on your mat to just check in and arrive into your body. Thank yourself for showing up to the practice. I know it's not always easy to roll out the mat. Then bring your awareness back to your breath and breathe in for 4 and out for 8. Let's do it together for the first round. So just take a breath in first and breath out. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do 2 more full rounds on your own. And just let your breath return to its natural rhythm. We're going to begin to bring the knees over to the right side and then back up to center and over to the left side. So essentially windshield wipering the legs side to side. And then do one more each side. Soften the face, soften the eyebrows. Bring the knees back up to center and bring them into your chest. Take your arms straight out to your sides in a T shape and have the palms face down. And bring your knees over to the right and just hover them off of the ground an inch. And then come back up to center and bring your knees over to the left. Hover them an inch off the ground. Come back to center and over to the right. Center. Knees go to the left. Back to center. Go all the way to the right and set them down. Right hand on top of left knee. Left palm faces up. You might turn your head and look over to the left. As we move through class today, let's focus on bringing our own expression, our individual expression, into each pose and each movement. And you'll see what I mean a little bit later as we get into it. Let's bring the knees back up to center and gently drop them over to the left. Not rushing. Left hand on top of right knee. Right arm flips up. Maybe the arm might go up at a diagonal a little bit more, for more of a stretch as you look over to the right. We're still arriving into our bodies, feeling the breath rise and fall, the lungs expand and soften. Bring the knees back up to center. Hug them into your chest. We're going to make our way up into a tabletop. So you're going to rock yourself right up into table, onto the hands and knees. And then just start to shift your weight forwards and backwards. So tuck your toes and start to shift your weight just so we warm up the wrists. Go all the way, shoulders forward of the wrists and then back. And we can start to take some circles here, going around. Let's do like 3 circles in each direction. And come back to center. Root down through your left hand and reach the right arm up to the sky. Take an inhale. Exhale, weave your right arm through to the left. Set your shoulder down, but listen carefully. This is a little different than what we normally do. You're going to place your left palm flat in front of your eyes so the left elbow points to the sky. And then anchor your right shoulder back as if you're trying to bring your arm back up. So it's kind of an isometric movement, an engagement of your right shoulder. So you should feel the back of the right shoulder engaging, and then you press down into your left hand, and the back of the left shoulder engages as well. Push down into your right hand and pull back through the shoulder. And then reach the right arm back up to the sky. Inhale. Now listen carefully here. Exhale, right arm goes over your ear. And then cactus it. So kind of pull back with the elbow and reach the arm straight up. Inhale. Exhale, arm over your ear, strong through your left arm too. Pull it back into a half cactus and extend it straight up. Let's do it one more time. Arm over the ear, half cactus, arm goes straight up, and put your hand back down onto the ground. So we're just warming up those shoulders. Let's lift the left arm up to the sky. Root down into the right hand. Inhale, exhale, weave your left arm through to the right. Plant down through your right hand and pull your left shoulder back like you're plugging it back in space. Push down into to the right hand and take deep breaths. Left side of your head is resting on the ground. We'll get moving more after this side. So root down through the right hand, lift your left arm up to the sky, reach it over your ear towards the front of the mat, pull it back into a half cactus, reach the arm straight up, inhale, exhale over the ear, try to soften through the neck, cactus the arm, bring it back, squeeze that left shoulder blade, reach the left arm, and one more time, over the ear, pull it back, take the left arm straight up, inhale, exhale, hand down, come up onto your fingertips, round your spine for cat. Put your palms down, open your spine for cow. Round your spine for cat, up onto the fingertips if it feels good. Again, palms down, open the chest. On the fingertips, last one, cat, round and curl. Then come back into neutral. Tuck your toes, lift your knees and hips for down dog. Pedal out your heels, your legs. Take a deep breath in, find stillness. Let it all out. Walk your feet up to your hands. Let's take little baby steps to start. Little baby steps to the front of the mat. Then we'll take a rag doll. Grab onto your elbows, but grab onto the way that you normally don't do, so the opposite arm in front. And rock side to side, or maybe front to back. Here's where you can find your expression. How do you want to take this? Do you want to be still? Do you want to kind of bounce and shake? There's so much creativity that we can find within our practice. And creative expression is so important. Release your hands down to the ground. And just pedal out your legs by just bending one knee at a time, warming up those hamstrings, warming up the body. Feels so good to arrive in the body. And then bring your hands on your shins and lift up halfway. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, stand, reach your arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center and bring your arms down by your sides. And stand tall and reach the arms up again. Then interlace your hands, but keep your thumbs and index fingers pointed for Kali Mudra, and take a side bend to the right. Come back up to center. Side bend to the left. Come back up to center. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot all the way back into low lunge. Plant down through your right hand. Squeeze your hips together and sweep your left arm to the sky. Strengthen the right thigh muscles by pressing the kneecap to the sky. Reach the left arm a little higher. Inhale. Exhale, left hand down to the ground. Come up onto your fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, straighten your left leg. Inhale, bend the left knee. Open your heart, open your chest. Exhale, straighten and bring your forehead towards your shin. Inhale, bend. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend, pause there. Plant the hands, step back to plank. Set your knees down on the ground, lift your feet up, and lower down halfway for a modified chaturanga. Even if you can do full chaturanga, do this with me. Hold, notice how you have to use your core a lot more when you don't have your legs. Come back up. Again, lower down halfway, hold, pause, open your heart forward a little bit, and rise back up. And again, lower down halfway, hold. Go all the way down to the ground. Take your fingertips wide and lift your chest up for cobra. Inhale. Exhale. Come down. Plant your hands, tuck your toes. Press up to plank or table. And downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up to the sky. Bend your knee. Open up your hip. Straighten the right leg back out. Square your hips by drawing your left hip back a little bit. Even out your shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Put your back knee down onto the ground. Reach your arms up to the sky. Lift your right heel. Your hips sink forward. You lift through the arms, through the rib cage. Inhale. Exhale, heel down, hands down. Lift your back knee. Inhale. Exhale, step to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand, reach up. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold forward for Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your left foot all the way back into low lunge. Plant your left hand and sweep your right arm up. Squeeze your hips together, lift. Inhale, exhale, put your right hand down onto the ground. Straighten out your right leg. Inhale, bend, look forward, open your heart. Exhale, straighten, fold forehead to your knee. Inhale, shift forward. It's like the spine is waving. Exhale, back. Spine rolls and waves back. Inhale, forward one more time. Exhale, back. Bend your knee into low lunge. Plant your hands. Step back to plank. We're going to set the knees down. We're doing this one more time. Lift the feet up. Lower down halfway and hold. 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 Come back up. Modified plank. And modified chaturanga. Sometimes it feels even harder. Hold. Hold. Hold, rise back up. One more time. Make sure you don't go too low. It's 90 degrees. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Go all the way to the ground. Untuck your toes. Take your fingertips wide. Lift your chest. Inhale. Exhale, back down. Plant your hands. Tuck your toes. Lift your kneecaps. Press up to plank or table. Downward facing dog. Breath in. And breath out. Lift your left leg up. Bend your knee. Open up your hip. Check out your head. Straighten your left leg back out. Square your hips. Inhale. Exhale. Step your foot between your hands. Put your back knee down and sweep your arms up for Anjaneyasana. Lift your left heel. Inhale. Exhale, hands down, heel down. Lift your back knee. Inhale. Exhale, step to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand. Reach the arms up. And bring your hands to your heart. Arms down by your sides. Chair pose. Bend the knees, sweep the arms up. Then take your arms back and shift forward and lift your heels for drinking bird. Put the heels down, reach the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, arms back. Shift forward, lift your heels. Heels down, arms up. Let's do one more. Arms back, shift forward. Heels down, arms up. Now stand all the way up and lift your heels up off the ground. Keep your heels lifted. Start to fold forward all the way down till your fingertips reach the earth, and then put your heels down and fold. Lift up halfway. Plant your hands and step back to plank, or if you would like to hop back, you're welcome to. We'll lower it down halfway for chaturanga, full chaturanga, upward facing dog or cobra, downward facing dog. Let's take a breath in and out. Lift your right leg up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, step your foot between your hands and rise up to warrior one. Put your back heel down, sweep the arms up. Firm through your back leg. Take your arms behind you, interlace your hands, and open up your chest. Take an inhale. Exhale, humble warrior. Right shoulder inside of right knee. Can you anchor your right hip back a little bit so everything spins towards the midline, and bend a little more into your front knee. Now release your hands down to the ground inside of your right foot. Back of the mat, Skandasana. So bend your left knee and go all the way to the back of the mat. Flex the right foot. If you need to be higher up in Skandasana, that's totally fine. Hands to heart. Now we're going to go to the front of the mat. Slowly stay low for Skandasana. Stay low, shift. And if you can not use your hands, then try it. All right, let's go to the back of the mat again. Stay low. And front of the mat. Stay low. And back of the mat. Pause here. Warrior two facing the front of the mat. Can you do no hands? Once you get there, adjust your legs so that you feel aligned in warrior two. See if you can draw your ribs in a little bit to just gently tuck your tailbone. Gentle, not too much. Flip your right palm, reverse warrior. Reach it back, inhale. Exhale, side angle with right forearm on right thigh. Left arm all the way over your ear. Now, reach your right arm forward as well. Your right rib cage turns open to the sky. Strong legs. Wiggle your toes. Reverse warrior. Keep the bend in the front knee. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to low lunge. Pause here. Walk your hands forward and come into supported warrior three. Fingertips on the earth. Right hip anchors back into space. Bend your left knee so your left knee comes behind your right knee. And grab onto the top of your left foot with your right hand. You might just stay here and balance. Or if you want to try baby grasshopper, extend your leg out to the right more and lock out the knee so the leg is completely straight. Then bend your right knee and sit low, but not too low that you fall back. And open your chest and look forward. Then rise back up to standing split. Let's do standing splits here. So left leg goes up and the upper body goes down a little bit more. And then slowly step all the way back to low lunge. Put the back knee down and straighten out the right leg for half splits. So slide the right foot forward a little bit. Plant down through your left hand. Reach your right arm up. Then take your right arm back behind you and then down. We're making circles. Forward and up. 2 more circles like that. One more time. Reach the arm up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, put your hands down inside of your right foot. Bend your right knee to come into lizard. Slide the right foot to the right. Take a moment to wiggle into lizard. Option 2, take your right arm up, bend your back knee and grab onto your foot. Or you can if you don't want to grab onto your foot, you can just push your hand into your outer right thigh. Keep your back foot on the ground. If you have your foot and you want more, flex your foot and hold on to the top of the foot or the ankle. That will increase the stretch a lot. And gently release everything down into lizard. Lift your back knee and as silently as you can, so without sliding your right foot on the mat, step back to plank. So pick up the foot, step to plank, lower onto your forearms for a forearm plank. Lower your hips down to the ground, untuck your toes, open your heart. Now press into your forearms, keep your toes untucked, lift your hips off of the ground. We're just holding for 10 seconds. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put your hips down, Sphinx pose. Now we'll retuck the toes and lift back up into a regular forearm plank. And as slowly as you can, come into a high plank. So you're hardly moving your hips. Inhale, exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up to the sky. Inhale, exhale, step your foot between your hands and rise up to humble warrior, warrior 1. Humble warrior is where we're going. So bend your left knee, arms up, then take your arms wide, interlace your hands, possibly put the other thumb on top, open up the chest, and fold inside of your left knee. Again, spin your left hip back a little bit, engage your right thigh muscles, spread your toes. On your next exhale, bring your fingertips to the ground, and then come to the back of the mat for Skandasana, hands to your heart. Left foot flexes. Stay really low, switch sides. Stay low, switch. Switch. Now to the back of the mat again. Right knee is bent. Warrior 2, facing the front of the mat. Flip your left palm, reverse warrior. As you reach it back, inhale. Exhale, side angle. So left forearm on thigh, right arm over your ear. Notice if you're kind of arching your low back. See if you can draw your tailbone down to the ground. Then reach your left arm forward. Rotate upwards. And reverse warrior. Inhale. Exhale, hands down to the ground. Low lunge, pause and breathe. Walk your hands forward, come into supported warrior 3 briefly. And then bend your right knee. The right knee comes behind the left knee. With left hand, grab onto the top of the right foot and extend your leg out to the side. Straighten the leg. Sit low for baby grasshopper. If you fall, it's okay. Restart. Set back up. That's pretty common for people to fall here. All right, let's come back to standing splits, or come to standing splits for the first time today on this leg. Inhale. Exhale, step all the way back to low lunge. Put your back knee down and straighten out your left leg. Slide that heel forward a bit. Lengthen your spine. Plant down through your right hand and lift your left arm up. And take it back behind, down, around, and up. 2 more circles like that. And then take 1 more and reach the arm all the way up. Put your hands down inside of your left foot. Come into lizard. Slide the left foot to the left. Lift the left arm up to the sky. Bend your knee, grab onto your foot. Or you're just keeping that right foot down and pressing into your left thigh. If you have that foot and you want more, only if you need or want more, flex the foot. You might not need more. Release the foot down. Bring your hands down. Lift your back knee silently without sliding your left foot. Step back to plank. We're going to take a side plank facing the right side. So get the feet together and lift your right arm up to the sky. Option to step your right foot behind you for a wild thing. Good. Then come into one-legged plank. So keep your right leg lifted as you're in plank and bring your right knee to your right upper arm. Then bring it down towards the right wrist and back up to the upper arm. Down towards the wrist, upper arm. 1 more time. Down and up, hold. Extend your right leg straight back into a plank. Side plank facing the left side. Feet stack, left arm up. Then set the left toes behind you for a wild thing if you want. It's very similar to just plank, side plank. Just the foot is behind us. And then come into your one-legged plank. Left knee to left upper arm hold. And then down towards the wrist. And back up to the upper arm. Keep your body in a plank position. Lower down. Lift it up 1 more time. Down. Up. Come into your plank. Lower down chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Breath in. Breath out. Look forward. Step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Chair pose. Bend your knees, sweep your arms up. Hands to heart. Stand all the way up. Arms by your sides. And then extend your arms to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank and stay here in plank. Lower down halfway and hold. Hold. Lift your right foot up. Set it down. Lift your left foot up. Set it down. Keep your toes tucked. Upward facing dog. See how that feels with the toes tucked? And downward facing dog. Bring your feet together. Actually, let's bring the feet wider and closer to your hands. You're in a short down dog. And with your right hand, grab onto the outer left ankle. Bend your right knee and turn. Twist and look under your left armpit. Bring your right hand back. With your left hand, grab onto your outer right ankle, turn and twist towards your right. Bring your hand back. Now we'll bring the feet back to their normal distance and a little closer together and lift your right leg up. Inhale. Exhale, step your foot between your hands and rise up for high lunge. Lift your right heel. Cactus your arms and take a back bend. A little extra balance challenge with that heel lifted. Put the heel down. Reach your arms up, straighten both legs. Step your back foot up and in for pyramid. Then take your arms out wide and take your left arm under your right arm for eagle arms. Inhale. Exhale, fold over your right leg. Now rise all the way back up to the sky, standing. Unwind your arms and bring your hands to your heart. Come up into a one-legged mountain. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh for figure 4. And then see if you can balance here and twist to your right. Can you hook your left elbow over inside of the right foot and find a twist? So your left elbow is on the sole of the foot. Beautiful work. Come back to center. Come up to one-legged mountain. And warrior 3, left leg back, arms tip forward, torso goes forward. Knit your ribs in so the back of your heart is pressing to the sky. And then bring your left hand down, right arm up, revolved half moon. Option to bend your left knee and grab onto your foot. So we're adding Chapasana variation into our revolved half moon. Re-extend your leg, reach your right arm up. Bring your hands down to the ground for supported warrior 3. And step your left foot all the way back to low lunge. Plant down through your left hand with your right peace fingers. Grab onto your right big toe. Roll onto the outer edge of your left foot and come into your side plank. Option to extend your right leg up to the sky while holding on to the big toe. Release the foot. Keep the leg lifted as high as you can. And then slowly bring the foot down. Come into a plank. Option to flow through regular chaturanga, up dog and down dog, or just go to down dog. Let's catch our breath. A couple breaths here. Shake out the head. Bring your feet together. Lift your left leg up. Let's keep going. Inhale. Exhale, step your foot between your hands and rise up to high lunge and lift your left heel. Cactus your arms, back bend. Reach your arms up, put your left heel down on the ground. And step up, bring your right foot into pyramid. Take your arms wide. Right arm under left arm, eagle arms. Inhale. Exhale, fold over your left leg. Anchor back through your left hip. And again, spread wide through the soles of the feet, the balls of the feet, and the heels. Breathe into the upper back. Press into the feet. Stand all the way up. Unwind your arms. Bring your hands to your heart. Come into one-legged mountain. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh and sit low. Twist to your left. Hook your right elbow over so that it's right on the sole in the middle of the sole of your right foot, right where that arch is. Do your best to balance here. Come back to center. Rise up one-legged mountain. Warrior 3. Bring your right hand down. Take your left arm up as you twist into revolved warrior 3. Really anchor your left hip back so you create more space through your left side waist. And get your left shoulder open more. Option to bend your right knee and grab onto the foot and kick up as much as you can. Re-extend the leg. Reach your left arm up. Bring your hands down to the ground and step all the way back to low lunge. Plant down through your right hand. With your left peace fingers, grab onto your left big toe. Roll onto the outer edge of your right foot and lift your left leg up for your side plank variation. Now release the foot, but keep the leg lifted. Slowly bring the left foot down, bring both hands down, and flow through or just go to down dog. Bring your forearms to the earth. Walk your feet in for dolphin. You're welcome to take some hops into forearm balance, or just stay where you are right here. If you're taking some hops, really straighten the leg that you're lifting. Both legs are straight. Look forward. And then child's pose when you're done. Let everything soften. When you're ready, rise on up. So you're sitting on your heels in Virasana. And stand on your knees. We'll do a camel pose. Hands behind you. Hips forward. Upper body goes back. Maybe you grab onto your heels. When you're ready, rise back up. Take your time. And sit back on your heels. And then sit all the way down into a seat. And take your legs straight out in front of you. Shake it out. Good work. That was a tough flow. We're going to just cool it down now. So let's bend the knees, reach the arms up, sit tall, reach forward, grab onto your feet, lengthen, and fold. And just allow yourself to go inwards. Feel the fullest expression that you want to take of this pose. How will you express it? Sometimes bending the knees feels nice. And sometimes it's just a matter of mindset, of how we're deciding to be in this pose, in this moment. How do we express presence for the next 2 breaths? Slowly rise back up. Bring your hands behind you. Bend your knees. Fingers face forward. And lift your hips up for reverse table. Make sure your knees aren't splaying out to the sides too much. Inhale. Exhale, lower down to the ground. And then simply cross your right ankle over your left thigh. So you can stay here, but if you want more, you can come up onto your fingertips and really scoot close up towards your left heel. Keep your spine long, your chest back. And then come back onto the palms, uncross your legs, left ankle over right thigh, scoot forward, come up onto the fingertips. Back onto the palms if you're not there already. Uncross your legs and come down all the way onto your back and bring your feet together and knees wide. And take your arms in overhead and grab onto your elbows. And just let all of that movement, all of that work you just did integrate. Let your pelvis, let your hips sink to the earth. And bring your knees up and into your chest. Give them a nice squeeze as you rock side to side. Take your knees wide and rock side to side. Feel the back of your pelvis flush to the earth. And then bring those knees back together. And bring your feet down to the ground. Arms down by your sides. And lift your hips up for bridge. So you can be here in a nice gentle bridge. Get those shoulder blades together under your back, so scooch them together. Or if you want to take a wheel, you can bring your hands by your ears, fingers facing your knees and your heels, and press on up. Breathe deep into your belly. Two more breaths. Slowly lower down to the ground. Drop your knees to the right side, back up to center, to the left. Back to center and over to the right. And your arms can be overhead if you want. And then stay here with your knees on the right. Put your right foot on top of your left knee if you want more. So draw that left knee down. Soften the shoulders to the earth. Soften the space underneath your ears and along your jaw and down the sides of your neck. What is your expression of this simple pose, this little twist and front body opener? How do you choose to be here and show up? Take your foot off of your knee. Bring your knees up and over to the left. Option, put your left foot on top of your right knee. Let the back of the head soften to the ground. Take your foot off of your knee, bring your knees up, and extend your legs long, arms down by your sides for your final resting pose. Let the eyes close down. Take a deep breath in all the way. Exhale, open mouth. Let yourself rest here for a few minutes. Begin to bring movement gently back into the fingers and toes. Take the arms overhead and take a full body stretch. And then when you're ready, bend your knees one at a time and roll to one side for a supported fetal pose, symbolizing rebirth. Slowly come on up to a seat. Bring the palms together at your heart. Thank you so much for practicing. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments. If you're not subscribed, then hit that subscribe button. I'd love to continue practicing with you. Thanks again for trusting me and moving through your body today. Thank you so much. Let's bow in gratitude.